Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and I'm glad you're here with me today. As you know, we've been doing a lot of freezer meals to stock our freezers, and a lot of these meals have been for your crock pot or your oven, and they're all very easy to put together, and it makes for a quick meal on a busy weeknight. But this time I'm going to show you some beautiful new skillet freezer meals that you can just take out and heat up in your skillet and serve it for dinner. And it'll give you dinner on the table in less than 30 minutes. That way, you can spend with your family, with your kids, getting ready for round 2 at work, whatever it is you do. But these are some very nice meals that you can put in your freezer, all homemade. And we're also going to do some taco meat. I'm going to make some taco meat ahead for my freezer because my family loves taco salads and nachos and, all that good stuff. So I want to have some taco meat already prepared so I can just take it out, heat it up, and use it either for a taco salad or nachos or burritos or whatever I want. So we've got a lot of work to do today, friends. So let's get busy. Okay, friends. I've got five different things I'm going to do. So I am going to cook my burger all up in one pan. And everything that I have, all my recipes call for onions and peppers. So I'm just going to cook it all together. And then I can disperse it from there. Because a pound of meat is equivalent to about 2 cups. And that's how we're going to divvy it up. And our rice is ready for our other. I've got a lot of these. I got all my burger this year, or this time around, in 1.5 pound packages. I need my scissors. And yes, this was frozen this morning. I just set it in some warm water and thawed it out nicely. So we're going to get this all opened up, put in our pan, and then I'll clean up this little bit of mess on my counter. And I got 5 of these because I want to make extra taco meat. And if anybody's wondering, my huge pan is a 17-inch cast iron skillet. And I love the thing. I got it on Amazon quite a few years back, I think. I don't know. I'm always getting cast iron. I love cast iron pans. That's all I really ever cook with is cast iron or stainless. Alright, that's the last one. Now, get all that out of there. We're going to turn this burner on. Okay, let me clean this up. I like to have hot soapy water going in my sink too when you cook. It makes cleanup nice. Okay. My hands are washed. I just need to dry them. I'm also going to put in my peppers. Oh, I'm just putting a whole bunch in there. The recipe in the description box will tell you how much each recipe calls for. Looks like lots of onions and peppers, but there's lots of meat there. There's 7.5 pounds of meat there, so And that meat is still got a little frozen piece on the inside of it, so we're just going to break this up the best that we can. And then I'm just going to let it cook, turn it down a little bit, and just let it slow cook a little. Now, because I am cooking this all at once for a recipe, I'm not going to season any of this because each of the recipes that I'm going to use it on have their own set of seasonings. So, salt and pepper and everything. So I'm just going to cook it. And it fills every bit of this pan. I love this pan. That's the easiest way when you're doing freezer meals. When it calls for cooked burger and you've got a lot of them to do, just cook it all up together. You don't have to season it. Of course you could salt and pepper it, but I'm not going to. But if you have it all cooked up and ready to go, it makes everything go so fast. And in no time you can have a whole boatload of meals for your freezer. All right. Look at that hot mess. Yes, we can use this. Get this all scraped off here. All right, now this is going to cook. I don't have anything else to chop up because I chopped up my I have mushrooms. One of my recipes calls for mushrooms. I already cut them up, and the other one calls for a little bit of zucchini, and I already chopped that up. So all my prep work really is done. And I know there's been times I bring you along with me to do the prep work, but this is just a video to show you how quick you can put it together. Besides that, we all know how to chop veggies, I would hope. All right, we're going to let that cook up. When this is cooked, I don't know if I'm going to need to drain any of this or not, but if I do, I'll drain that before I bring it back, and we'll be all set to put all these meals together. You're going to love these, friends. These are going to blow your mind how easy they are to put together and how beautiful they turn out. All right, it's going to cook. I'm going to turn it down medium and let it cook. Okay, friends, we've got all our burger done. Take a look. I got it in my big old bowl. It's all drained. There was quite a bit of liquid in it, but I'm sure it was from the peppers and the frozen peppers and onions that I put in there. So I got it all drained. This first one we're going to do is divine. This is a ground beef stroganoff. So I'm going to label my bag as such. And this is a skillet meal. Okay, and with this, you're just going to heat and serve. It does not have to cook. Just simmer it until it's heated through and serve it, and it's wonderful over, you can have it over rice. We have a lot over rice, but you can have it over rice, or you can have it over egg noodles or macaroni, spaghetti, anything you want. The stuff is divine. Okay, so we're going to start. Let me get this up. We're going to start with 2 cups, which is a good pound of burger. Okay, I might do just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, now to that, we're going to do a can of cream of mushroom soup. I was hoping I'd get lucky and it'd just slide right out of there, but we got that. Okay, to that, we're going to add mushrooms. You can omit them if you don't like them. I'm going to give this to my neighbor, so I'm putting the mushrooms in there. If I was making it for us, I wouldn't put it in there because Mr. hates the mushrooms. We're going to do about a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Or excuse me, a 1/2 cup of sour cream. And then when you heat this up, friends, you can take, just before you serve it, and you can add about another 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of sour cream in there to make it real creamy. It would be wonderful. Okay? Now to this, we're going to do 1 good tablespoon of minced garlic. We're going to do a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 tablespoon going in. Okay, we're going to crack a little bit of fresh black pepper in here. Give it a couple more. I'm not going to put any salt in here because the soup is quite salty. I'm just going to put about a 1/2 tablespoon of parsley in there. That's it. Now we'll make sure we got everything in here. We cooked the ground beef with the onions and the peppers. I've got minced garlic, mushrooms, Worcestershire sauce, cream of mushroom soup, sour cream, parsley, and a dash of pepper. We got it all in there. Now on cooking day, you're just going to unthaw this. This could almost fit into a pint bag or even a 1/2 gallon bag. Or, 1/2 gallon bag. We're going to mix this all up. On cooking day, you can cook this in your skillet, and it will be wonderful. You can add a little extra sour cream to it. I want it mixed in pretty good. All right, I'm going to let the air out. There. Take a look, friends. That is nice. That's going to lay flat. Beautiful. What's nice about these is they lay so flat. You can put just a ton of them in your freezer, opposed to putting them in. Now, when I give them to my daughter, I'd make 4 times that amount, and I'd put it in a foil pan, and she'd put it in her freezer that way. Or I guess 4 times that amount would still fit in a gallon-sized bag, but they lay flat and they're nice that way. All right, friends. This next one that we're going to put together is a Hamburger macaroni skillet. And this is lovely. This is almost like homemade hamburger helper, you know. Anyway, with this, I'll tell you as we go. We're going to put just 2 cups of burger in here. I think that's what it calls for. Yeah, 1 pound. There's one of them I think that calls for 1.5 pounds. We got our burger in there. We'll do just a little bit more. Now, I'm going to put uncooked pasta, 2 cups in here. Okay? You can cook it al dente if you so choose. That's fine. And sometimes I do that with recipes that are possibly going to go in the oven or, you know, take a little longer to cook. Sometimes I do that. But I'm not the, how do I put this? I'm not the fondest of pre-cooked frozen pasta. So with this being a skillet meal, this is going to be so easy, and you can just put your pasta in there completely uncooked on cooking day, dump all your contents of your bag into your skillet, put between 3 to 4 cups of water in there. You might have to add a little more as you go. Start with 3 and add a little more as it cooks. But bring it up to a boil. Turn it down and just let it simmer at the lowest setting until those noodles are tender, and you will have a beautiful skillet meal, and you won't have to worry about, oh, are my pasta noodles cooking too long? Are they going to get grainy? You know, none of that. So this is easy to do, and I like it. Since I've been doing it this way, I much prefer this way. All right, so to that, let's see. We got our macaroni, our ground beef, our onions and peppers are in there. We're going to put a little bit of seasoning salt in here. Oh, let's see. We'll find the right one. We're going to do a ½ teaspoon of seasoning salt in there. We're going to do a pinch of red pepper flakes, just a pinch. You can omit that if you want. Oh, I need my big can. I need 2 of these cans of diced tomatoes. I grabbed one and I thought, gosh, that's not enough. Well, it wasn't. So we need 2 cans of diced tomatoes going in there. That's why I tell you, that's why I'm telling you between 3 and 4 cups of water, because you've got all the juice from this in here as well. Okay, so we got our diced tomatoes. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce in here. Beautiful. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and I'm just going to kind of guess. There. Good 2 tablespoons. We're going to do a good tablespoon of parsley in here. We're going to put a little pepper in there. And we don't have any salt, so we're going to do about a good teaspoon of salt. And that's it. That's going to be a lovely skillet meal, friends. You truly are going to love these. Okay. And I just want to give that a bit of a mix. All right. Well, it smells good, even with the pasta uncooked. All right. Beautiful. Look at that. That looks nice. And I got all my instructions on the front. So you're going to thaw this bag out in your fridge overnight. You're going to put this in your skillet. You don't have to add any spices, anything to it, except start with 3 cups of water. And as your noodles cook, if you find you need a little more water, go ahead up to 4, because you've got 2 cups of uncooked pasta in here. Beautiful. Okay, friends. This next one, it's not a skillet meal, although you could probably cook it in a skillet. This is actually for the oven, and that's all right. But, you know, is my bag wrapped? That would be disastrous. No, it's okay. Woo. All right, this is a beefy rice casserole. I guess you could cook it in a skillet, but just throw it in your casserole dish because you don't have to add anything to it. And this is, you're going to bake, I think I got it on here. Yep, bake at 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. And I'm sorry, I told you every one of these were skillet meals, but this happens to be a casserole, and I thought you might like to have this recipe because it looks delicious. Okay? here we go. This is the recipe also that calls for 1.5 pounds of burger. So we're just going to put 3 nice cups of burger in here. You get the runaways. Okay. So we've got our onions and our sweet peppers already in our burger. We're going to do 2 cans of diced tomatoes in here. Okay. We're also going to do 1 cup of uncooked rice. And I'm using jasmine rice. You can use any rice you want. You can even use brown rice. To that, I'm also going to add 1 cup of water. You could save that water and add it on cooking day. You don't have to put it in here. I just want mine all ready so that all we got to do is dump it in a casserole dish and fling it in the oven. And it's good. All right, so we want a little bit of salt in here, about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Chili powder. I want to measure that. We want 1 teaspoon of chili powder, so that would be exactly 2 of these because this is a 1/2 teaspoon. Oh, just a little more. The chili powder smells wonderful. All right, that is it. You don't need pepper in there with the chili powder in there. This is going to be a beautiful casserole, friends. Okay. And again, we mix this all up. And this is going to be gorgeous. Can you smell all the yummies out there? Mm-hmm. I don't want to lay this
Hello,
out.
friends.
He's such a honey. Okay, we'll find out if this is sealed. Yep, it's sealed. All right, isn't that just beautiful, friends? That looks wonderful, don't it? It's uncooked rice, so it don't look as big. That's nice. That's for a casserole. All right, we're going to set this aside. I told them how that cooks up. Okay, friends, this next one we're going to make is garden taco rice. And this is wonderful. I love rice dishes. I just think they're grand. Anyway, this is a real simple skillet meal. You don't have to add anything to it, except if you want cheese in it, some shredded cheese in it after the skillet meal is all heated through. You can melt a little shredded cheese on top of it, but you don't want to put it in a bag to freeze it. So, this one, again, calls for just 1 pound of burger. All right. And we got the burger and the onions and peppers all in one, okay? Now, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning in here. I think it would be like a packet of taco seasoning, maybe. I'm not sure. I buy all my taco seasoning in bulk, or you can make yours too. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of chili powder. So again, we're going to use 2 of these because that's a 1/2 teaspoon. Oh, it's going to be spicy and beautiful. Okay, we've got zucchini, sliced zucchini, approximately 2 cups. Might be a little more, might be a little less, that's all right. However many you want to put in there. You could even omit them if you want, or replace it with the yellow summer squash. Anything will work. All right, now we're going to do 3 cups of cooked rice. And I want to get that down in there. All right, beautiful. Cooked rice going in. Okay, and then we're going to do a can of corn. We're also going to do a can of diced tomatoes, 2 cans. It would be a 28-ounce can, a nice big one. We're going to do a little can of green chilies. These are wonderful. Okay. Oh, let's see. I think that's everything. We don't need any pepper in here. We're going to want a little bit of salt in here. About a good teaspoon of salt. And that's it. That's how easy these are to put together. Now, I'm not going to mix this one up. I am just going to get all the air out of it. I want to make sure all the air is out of that. And then you can see how beautiful that is. Okay, friends, this is going to go in your skillet after you thaw it out in the fridge overnight, of course. And everything is cooked in it, so it doesn't take the zucchini long to cook at all. And once the zucchini is cooked and everything's heated through, you can go ahead and add your cheese to it, and it'll be delightful. Okay, friends, the last one we're going to do is our taco meat. And I've got a lot of extra beef for that because I cooked extra up. So I want to know how many cups I got in here so I can adjust the seasonings accordingly. Or pounds, I should say. There's 2 pounds. There's 3 pounds. Let's see. There's about, I'm going to call this 3 pounds, friends. Okay. That's it. So I've got 1 can of kidney beans here. Okay. And I've got 1 can of black beans. And I might need more. I might need another 1 of black or kidney beans. I'm not sure which ones I want to use. But we're going to do 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of chili powder. I'm only going to do like 2.5. That seems like an awful lot of chili. No, it calls for it. We'll put it in there. Ah, it'll be divine. We're going to do 2 teaspoons or tablespoons, like equivalent to a packet of taco seasoning in here too. Okay? All right, and then we're going to do a tablespoon. Let's see, 1. I could have done a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of garlic in there. I got 3 teaspoons. Okay, so that's it. And we got to do 2 cups of salsa. 3 cups of salsa. Because we got 3 pounds of meat here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 cups of salsa. Beautiful. All right, now that's all it calls for. So we're going to mix this up. And I wish I had my wooden spoons. But let's get this all mixed up real good. That'd be wonderful on taco salad, wouldn't it? Mr. loves that black bean taco salad I made not too long ago. Remember that one? Mm-hmm. It was good. You want to taste it and see if it needs any more spices? See how it tastes? and we can bag it up.
It's good.
Good? Does it need any pepper, any salt? Okay, good. It's perfect then. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get one more mix through. See how beautiful that is? I'm gonna package mine in quart-size bags. So we're just gonna do one at a time. I'll package it and you can seal it. How's that?
Okay.
Then I'll write taco meat on it later. Okay, let me get that out of there. That'll be enough. Even for the three of us for taco salad, that'd be enough. Yeah, nice. All right. This would be nice to have in the freezer, friends. All right, I'm going to get all these packed up. I'm not going to bore you with watching me pack these up. If you want, though, you can, if your family's bigger or even smaller, you can pack it in single serving portions, too. Or you can pack it all up in one bag. I mean, you know, however works for you. Well, okay, friends. How easy was that to put together? It's going to blow your mind how fast you can get dinner on the table with these recipes, with the exception of the beefy rice recipe, which needs to go in the oven. Now, I wouldn't trust it in the crock pot and I wouldn't trust it in the Instant Pot, but I would definitely put it in the oven. The rest of them, they're all skillet meals. And we've got 6 beautiful bags, quart-size bags of taco meat. And this taco meat, I'm telling you what, that would feed 4 people with tacos or a taco salad or nachos. So there's a lot of meals there. There's a lot of meals in all these recipes, friends. I will list the recipes to these in the description box. You all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen, friends. I will see you in the next video. And as always, thanks for watching.